What's up, y'all? This one ain't gonna be that long. Hey, shout out to everybody tuning in. Please hit the like button, playback. Give my thoughts real quick on Errol Spence. I got an opportunity to watch all of the interview of Errol Spence on the Last Stand podcast, and I got some opinions about Errol Spence, some of the things he said, and just his mentality. I just want to get my thoughts on Errol's mentality leading into this unification bout with Yordenis Ugas. But I really was we flame and do all that stuff, man. We have criticisms for these athletes at times, right? But Errol Spence, and once again, Errol's another guy who I flamed in the past for a lot of the things that he was doing outside of boxing. A lot of people didn't like it at the time, but once again, like I say, wait a little while, and these fighters will reveal, themselves, and they'll expose themselves, and they'll get it together. And I like the fact that throughout my process of watching this sport, Errol Spence has matured, man. He's progressed and into a different man. He's matured and he's progressed to a better man, in my opinion. Um, this guy had to remove himself from a lot of the influence. One of the key things he talked about was how he was living in a high rise in downtown Dallas at one point, if I'm not mistaken. And then he transitioned from that move to getting a lot of land. Um, and we poke jokes like, I'm feeding my chickens, my cows, and all that shit. But to be real, he living the life, man. Everybody would want to have that, man. A lot of land, a bunch of animals, and get that experience. If you're from the city, like I'm from the city, like that's my lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, the fast life of being around the city, it gets tiring after a while. It gets be like, okay, I need something different. I need a different life, a different, you know, a different look. And he chose a different look, not only for himself, but for his children, because he talked about how when he was living in the high rise that the kids couldn't go outside and play like that. You know what I mean? But now they can go out and they can have fun and things like that. And he talked about how being on his farm, on his ranch, he has it's therapeutic for him, you know. And before, Errol Spence was using the club and drinking and hanging out with the famous celebrities as therapy, as an escape from boxing and the sport. And he did say that, when he's around people that he know, loved ones and friends and stuff, he don't talk about boxing. He don't like to talk about it. And you know, being that he chose a different outlet, I have to do the decent thing by giving this man the flame of fame. I got to give Errol Spence the flame of fame because he made, and that's the thing about it, man. Not a lot of people has been through the stuff that Errol Spence has been through, and it comes a certain time in your life where you get a close call, and in situation, there's certain people that are rare, and I don't really know this for certain, but Errol Spence could be called, man. He might have a higher calling, man. You know, why else would he survive that brutal accident? Maybe you're supposed to do something with that. Maybe you're supposed to take that and turn it into a positive and be an example and a leader to other people who may be going through certain things. People who are also in the sport, someone who might been down the wrong path and now they changing up. They getting on the right path. Like Errol Spence, um, is a big enough name to where he could have a effect on a lot of people, positively or negatively. And I just got to give him the props that he is choosing to be a positive influence on his followers, even if he contradicted himself, because he could contradicted the shit out of himself, right? And, I was just playing, y'all. Who will take 80-20, 70-30? So we flame, right? but I gotta give him credit for doing the right thing. You know, too many times we give dudes credit for doing the stupidest shit, or we give people attention for doing the dumbest shit. But y'all know on this side we got the Flame of Fame and the Flame of Shame. Errol's in the Flame of Fame bracket right now, and I think that because he's made these changes in his life and he's in a different mental space, and he got the ranch and it's therapeutic for him, I think that he can draw from a better place. And when he goes into the fight, he's more focused. He's not distracted by outside influences. It's therapeutic. He can go into the fight with thinking about what he get to come back home to. All them acres, man. All them animals, his babies. You know, and that's really all we really wanted Errol Spence to do, is to get on some big champ shit, not only inside the ring, but outside the ring. You know what I mean? And the flame is for a reason, not a short season. We told y'all about that. But it don't mean that you a hater when you flame somebody. You know what I mean? Because a lot of y'all didn't have shit to say when Errol Spence was out drunk, partying, and fucking his life up. And when we was flaming him at the time, you know, y'all said we was haters. And then Errol Spence backdoor after the accident and said, you know what? I was going down a dark path. And then y'all fucking retreated from the UGC, a lot of y'all. You know what I mean? That's why we don't deal with the man fans. You see what I'm saying? It's bigger than that. So, you know, fanboys will run and defend everything that man do. Not me, not the UGC. You feel me? We uphold the integrity of the sport, and we salute the big champ shit. And we will continue to do that. It don't matter if they got the flame of shame yesterday, last month, or a year ago. You know, they can do something today positively to correct that. And it won't be no shame and no flame from the UGC. You know what I mean? We got standards that we move by, principles. You feel me? So at the end of the day, when I look at this situation with Errol Spence, he's got this big fight with Yordenis Ugas coming up to surpass Keith Thurman, y'all. And I've talked about this before. This is his opportunity to surpass Keith Thurman. Okay? But he's got to get this dub right here. He's got to get this dub right here. You know? And I'm wishing the best for him. I'm wishing the best for him. You know, I like Ugas. I like Spence as fighters. You know, I only critique Spence for his bad choices. You know what I mean? But he's correcting that. And I think that, you know, like in the past, when I was criticizing Errol and when I had doubts about this guy, it was because of his lifestyle. The choices he was making. He wasn't taking it all the way serious like he could have. And it got to a point where it's like, damn, if Errol beating their ass and he not even giving it 100%, just imagine when he fully dedicated himself to the sport. And I think this might be the time that Errol is dedicating himself fully to the sport. And for that reason, being that not only is he physically ready, but mentally and mentally ready, you know, that makes me look at this fight differently, because I was favoring Ugas. But it makes me look at this fight a little differently for the simple fact that Errol's not playing. He's not playing no games. He's serious. Yeah, he has, he can play on certain situations and have a laugh here and there, but you can tell Errol's demeanor is serious, and hopefully if he get the job done with Ugas, he's serious about becoming undisputed champion at welterweight, because the boxing fans still are going to put the pressure on him to face Bud Crawford. Let me see what y'all talking about in the comment section. What's up, Shelton? What's good, family? Gerald Fields, what's good, bro? Bruce Gas, A-Ops. Shelton says, I agree. And what's good to Lance Meyer, man? And shout out to the whole playback. Please hit the like button. It raises visibility on YouTube. And subscribe to everybody on the channels tab. Support them. Great content creators. And big shout out to True Media. That's everybody that keeps it 100, stays true to who they are. and does their part in this media, man. Y'all can leave y'all comments below. Shout out to the ones that gave their feedback in the live chat. You know, give y'all comments on Errol Spence. How do you feel about Errol Spence now, as far as his mentality? You know, do you think it would help him win the fight? You know, because I do. I think that him having the right mentality and focus gives him a better chance to come out on top when he faces Yordenis Ugas. But may the best man win. May the best man win, because it's not like Yordenis Ugas is non-disciplined or something. That guy's very disciplined. He works tremendously hard, just like Errol Spence. You know, just as strong, you know, as Errol Spence probably. We're gonna find all of that out on fight night, man. That's this weekend. But going into this weekend, you know, I will be supporting this event. I will be buying pay-per-view, you know, and putting some money in their pocket like a normal boxing fan does. And hopefully it's entertaining. Gerald Fish says, I like how you moving now. Me too, man. So keep doing what you're doing, Errol Spence. Best of luck to you this weekend. That's all I have on the thoughts of Errol Spence and his mentality for this video. Shout out to the UGC. I am the Black Horseman. I will catch y'all on the next one. I'm out.